It's me, Mike Marino. This is live from my mother's basement. We're doing a special broadcast tonight because it's raining like a motherfucker here in Los Angeles. There's puddles outside, and people in California freak the fuck out. And not only do we have the coronavirus and people are freaking the hell out, but now it's raining, which means everybody's going to run back to Target and not just get toilet tissue, but now they're going to get umbrellas and towels. I wanted to do a special broadcast tonight because I'm doing a show tomorrow night if it doesn't get canceled. So far, it didn't get canceled. Probably the only show in Los Angeles that hasn't gotten canceled. It's the Stevie D and Mike Marino so-called friend show that we're doing tomorrow night, Friday night. Fucking somebody got to call me right in the middle of my podcast. You think these people would know not to call me when I'm
busy? We got some
podcasting through the phone.
We're in the basement.
This comedian next to me, his name is Stevie D. The D is short for Dupin. I'm not supposed to say that because he don't want anybody to know. But Stevie Dupin, one of the funniest comedians on the circuit today.
Show dirt tonight.
Definitely, he's the opposite of an East Coast comedian, which makes our show so much more funny.
I like the Trans Ams.
Well, we like the Trans Ams too, but it's a little bit different. And Stevie and I, we know each other a really, really long time. We both come up in the business at the Comedy Store back in the day. And then Stevie took a break. Now I dragged him back into the business because he wanted it out, but I pulled him back in. He's going to tell us all about why. And also our big show. I'm going to talk about his book. I'm going to have a lot of fun for the next hour to 45 minutes before we get back into the boat and drive it down the river. Because it is raining like you have no idea.
The T-tops are leaking tonight, by the way.
Are they really? You didn't really come out with your car.
No, I didn't bring the Trans Am.
This guy never takes. He's got a 1970 what?
It's my precious.
What year's your
78.
78. This is Stevie D, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, guys?
Going wild.
Thanks for having me, Mike Marino.
Not only is Stevie D a very funny comedian, he's a great actor. He was a great DJ, and he had or has in his, I don't really know, the biggest, longest, craziest mullet from Kentucky.
It's a fullet. It's a feathered mullet. See, it's trademarked as a fullet. But it's raining, so it jacked up my fullet tonight.
What's really great for him is
Joe Dirt.
He kept his hair somehow. I had the same amount of hair when we first started doing stand-up.
Can't see the weave.
He got a weave.
Still blow dry, Mike.
Oh, shit. I wouldn't even know where you could find a blow dryer.
True story. My house, I've got like 12. Gold plated. I have a holster in the Trans Am. It goes right there with the console.
Stevie D is originally from the Kentucky area, which is really great because when you get on stage and you're talking about New Yorkers and people from New Jersey, people from Boston and Arizona, different parts of the country, and all of a sudden you get this, I don't want to say hillbilly.
Inbred.
Hillbilly. He said it himself. An inbred from Kentucky.
Well, I don't do 23andMe. Do I need to find out I'm my own second cousin?
He doesn't do 23andMe. I'm related to myself.
How that happened? We're in full circle.
Shit.
Get myself a present.
I used to date me. Hair flip. So when did you actually come to Los Angeles from the great state of Kentucky?
I was asked to leave politely by the authorities. I came in 89. Were you out here in 89?
I think so, yeah.
89. Started doing comedy in 93. So I came out and, bounced around. I was on the party machine, a little break dancer on the party machine.
Yeah? Were you dancing?
Yeah, bro. Thought I had to go, hey, I made it. I'm famous. I'm on the party machine.
You originally came out to California. You were DJing, right?
I was DJing.
I remember when I met you. You were DJing, spinning records down by the airport, right?
Yeah, I did a club down by the airport. I did the Shark Club downtown. Did the Mayan. I did a bunch of places. Down the one, carry crates. Now you just go up and push a button. You're a DJ.
And you make millions.
Paris Hilton's a DJ.
I think we talked about this the other night, right? To be a DJ these days, you don't have to have a crate full of 45s. Was it 45s?
No, I had 12 inches. They look like an album, but it's one song. It's like an extended club remix.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Ones and twos, or turntables, Mike.
Yeah, turntable. Well, he had turntables, and we don't do that no more. You just pop in something and stick it, and you make millions, and then you go to Vegas, and everybody wants you here. You go, unt. Oh, he's a genius.
Turn the volume up, turn it up.
No, he's an idiot. Yep. Yeah. And then you go like this.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Yeah,
like, I'm doing all the work here.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I know he was doing that for a while. And I think we first met when I started running a comedy show at a place called Masker's Cabaret on 3rd Street
With what's
down
his
in
name?
Boys Town.
What's his name?
I did it with Christy McBrayer for a while, if you
Yeah, but
remember.
what was his name?
Christy,
The owner. We used to give shit to all
Oh,
the
that's
time.
right. Harris.
Harris, yeah. What's up, Harris?
I wish, I don't know where they are. I haven't found them on the internet. I would love to find those two guys. Harris and Billy. I never knew
Yeah.
their last name. What a bunch of characters.
That was a good place.
Harris, he looked like Dracula.
He was like pasty,
He looks like
but he always wore
Dracula.
black.
Yes,
black
he was
hair.
weird, and all he did was
Yeah.
hit on all the female comedians.
And males. Oh. Just me? That's been a hair flip.
Yeah, he liked you, boy.
He liked that.
He had an affection for the mullet.
Who doesn't?
I think he was a true California boy, but
No, he was good.
he was from, well, I really don't even know. I remember when his mother used to come to the show. They were scary people. I'd love to find him. We got to look for him
That
on
was a fun
Facebook.
place. He would get pissed off because I'd get up and say it smells like chicken wings, or it's like free to get in, but a dish of ravioli was like $29.95.
Yes, you
I
remember
was
that?
like, bro, come on, man.
This is
We're all
angel
poor
hair
comedians.
pasta,
Yeah,
man.
come on. Pasta with butter.
$2 to get in. How much for the macaroni? $50. Oh, that was
I
brutal.
still have pasta on layaway at that place.
Yeah. It wasn't even that good. I swear they microwaved everything. I can't
I don't
believe we're
think they had a
trashing these
kitchen. They
guys.
have a
They're not
kitchen?
there anymore.
No,
They had a
don't.
kitchen, but Billy was in there. It was his little drunk brother.
It's a Starbucks now, I'm sure. How many places do you pass every day and you're like, I think I did comedy there?
Yes. Yeah, especially
Every day,
now.
dude. And it's been like 4 businesses since we did comedy there.
Right around this area, everything is redone. This used to be a bad neighborhood when I moved into this neighborhood. Now it's like you can't afford to live around here.
That's why you've been in your mother's basement here for 20 years.
Yeah, I
was here, what, 20 years ago?
I moved in here 25 years ago. and
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
must have
here.
been 20
This
years
is
ago.
rent control. This is the best building in the area.
It's a nice building.
This is the place to be. We got flags now, and we got a whole new studio here. Everything is going really, really good. We're having a lot of fun. A lot of people watching the shows. We're selling tickets.
The flag
We can't
matches my
complain.
wallets, which is cool.
That is hilarious, man. I mean, come on.
Evil Knievel, baby.
Look at the flag he has. That's a Kentucky
Hell yeah,
boy.
brother.
That's the Confederate wallet.
Yeah.
He's got a
Wallets.
He got a
Illegal in
Confederate-
32 states.
He got a Confederate wallet.
You get beat up for having that wallet.
When you see him come driving around his Trans Am, the first thing you think is like Starsky and Hutch, Smokey and the Bandit. What was even
And
the
they
other
look
girl with the
driving.
Daisy Dukes?
Dukes of Hazzards.
Dukes of Hazzard. This is the Dukes of Hazzard.
Write in a question and ask me a question about Dukes of Hazzards.
Yes. Why? You got the answers?
I got all the answers, Dukes of Hazzard. Come on.
All right, everybody out there right now, if you feel like asking Crazy Stevie D, the comedian, a question
Or about Elvis. Anything about Elvis.
Oh shit!
That's the
You got a
redneck,
question about Elvis?
that's
You got a
redneck
question
Jesus.
about the redneck Jesus?
No, President, that's going to be a national holiday right there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh man, you gotta love this hillbilly comedy. Wait a minute. Hi, Mike. Nobody's saying anything. They got no questions for you.
All right.
We got we need a question for
They're watching
Jesus.
like this.
Bo or Luke Duke?
Tom Wopat,
I don't
John
think-
Schneider.
Was that the question? Bo or Luke Duke?
Who's the coolest?
Is that a question?
Luke Duke or Bo? I'd say Bo. Bo's the coolest.
Oh, no kidding. So he actually did ask you a question.
Yeah. I
Oh,
guess
it's
he's thinking which one I like.
It's like a
I prefer Daisy.
I
Cousin
prefer
Daisy.
Daisy too.
Where I'm from, it ain't no big deal. Date your
Screw
second
Duke.
cousin. First cousin's weird now.
You got a question about the Dukes of Hazzard, or you got a question about Elvis? Write into the show right now and ask Stevie D from Kentucky. That's fucking
See what you did, Mike?
hilarious, man.
I was living a nice, quiet life again.
Stevie D was doing stand-up for quite some time, made a big name for himself here in Los Angeles, California. And he had a very specific show that he was hosting, and it was great. And all the comedians wanted to be on it, and it was called The Rock Stars of Comedy, right?
Yeah, we had a show Thursday nights at the Laugh Factory. I did Miyagi's. It was on Sunset Strip. And then I did a show Friday nights at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room with Sergio Love, wherever you are, Sergio.
Sergio.
San Quentin, wherever you are, buddy.
What prison are you in, buddy?
Don't call me directly, but message me or something.
I think he got skills. He got skills. I remember his routines,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We're talking about a fellow comedian, and he called himself Sergio's Love,
Sergio
but
Love.
I don't think that was his name. Sergio
Sergio had
Love.
outstanding warrants somewhere. How about you?
Yeah, well, he used to rap, and he was a funny guy,
he's a
and
funny dude.
we haven't seen him in a long time. Which is really, there's a lot of history there, because when we were cutting our teeth over at the Comedy Store, that's when Sergio Love was running with us, and he had a really good friend, and his name was Matt Bon Jovi, and Matt Bon Jovi was the manager of the Comedy Store, who in real life is
Shot to the heart.
that's fucked up. John Bon Jovi's brother. He just did John Bon Jovi for everybody. He did John Bon Jovi, a Jersey boy, Kentucky style.
You give love. Yeah, so John Bon Jovi was, what's his name, Bon Jovi? His brother was John's brother, but he didn't spell it like Bonjovi. It was like Bong or something, right?
I really don't remember.
Southern Middle
I
before,
remember
yeah.
when Matt was working
Yeah,
at
Matt,
the Comedy Store. He
Matt.
never really said much about his family or
Yeah.
who he was. Only a few people even knew,
Mhm.
because he just wanted to do his own thing. So we were doing stand-up over there. Then you were doing the Rock Stars of Comedy. When he was doing the Rock Stars of Comedy, all the comedians at that time wanted to be part of it. Even the comedians that right now who went on to big things. I mean, Joe Diaz wanted to do it, and Joe Rogan wanted to do it. Sebastian Maniscalco, all these cats, Jay Davis, myself, everybody wanted to be part of this hot, amazing show that was going down here in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
And
so we
then-
did a DVD movie. I had Whitney Cummings, Brian Callen, Sam Tripoli, Brett Ernst, Dan Levy. Who else was in there? And Steve Byrne. So not a bad lineup.
What's one hell of a lineup of some great, outstanding, phenomenal comedians who are still working on the circuit today. And then you disappeared for a little while. Stevie D disappeared for a little
Witness
while.
protection.
He had a talk show too. It was on, damn, these people just don't know when to leave us alone. He had a talk show too, and he was doing his talk show on the internet back before we were doing this
Yeah, you
type
did
of
my show.
internet. That's right. And what was that?
The Stevie D Show.
The Stevie D Show. 'Cause he's
Anything
Stevie
too
D.
complicated, I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Stevie D Show on
What?
actorsentertainment.com. I think it's still out there. And yeah, you can just like cherry pick which episode.
It was on
you
Actors
watch,
Entertainment.
watch
I
the
remember
episode
doing
with this
that
guy.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hadn't seen you in quite some time. And then I went and saw you down there, and I did the show with you, and I was having a lot of fun. That's when you surprised me with your book,
Boom! I
The
can't read a book, but I
Trans Am
wrote a book.
Diaries. You can't read a book, but you can write one. That's fucked up. And I read this entire book. Now, I don't read books. If it ain't on tape, I ain't.
Did you
I ain't
read this
do it.
book?
I read your book.
Did you?
Yeah, because I
gonna
told
be
you
a
what I
pop
read
quiz.
about your uncle.
I'm
and
gonna ask you
your
3
cousins
questions at the end.
and your sisters. And well, I knew some of your act
Yeah, you
about
knew
the
that.
way you talked about your sisters and
She
how
still
you were
kicks my ass.
how you were just like a sister to them.
I can't play sports, but I can do a mean French parade.
And this, he comes out with this
Single
book.
mom.
And he comes out with this book because it's based on what really happened to him. A hillbilly's road trip from stand-up comedy to cancer and back. It's a very sentimental book. It's very sad. But
I didn't really
it-
have cancer.
It had,
Just made that shit up to write a
it's
book.
fucked up, bro. That's like saying there's really no virus.
Next I'm gonna say coronavirus. My next book.
I had the coronavirus,
Yeah.
but
Hillbilly road trip from the coronavirus to the.
I only took a couple weeks
It's gonna be
off.
real funny. It would be like that basketball player that really
That's fucked up.
fucking around about it, and 2
Oh,
days
yeah.
later, I got a
That's
fever.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was doing that shit, right?
I think there's a
Touching-
bunch of
touching
people out there who
microphones
clowned around and made fun of the virus,
Yeah.
and then they ended up getting the virus.
Forrest Gump got it. Right, Forrest, the coronavirus chasing you around Australia.
Don't make me laugh, man. I ate pizza. Well, listen, man, if you don't mind, could you tell us a little bit about how this all went down? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that, unfortunately, they get stricken with some kind of a disease. Something goes wrong. They don't know how to come out of it. And eventually they do. This man took it to the extreme. He fought and he fought and fought the cancer that he had. And he came out with an unbelievable book.
Sicker than
Now-
ever in the head.
Well, he's still sick in the head. You can't cure that. There's no cure for sick in the head, except getting kicked in the head. But he wrote this book. I read the whole book. I really did. It was fantastic. It reminded me about when I first met him because he came from Florida, really.
Panama City
He was
Beach.
in Kentucky.
The Redneck Riviera.
Yeah, he went to the Redneck Riviera.
Made us stop down there. Like, get you and your Follett the hell out of here.
But I don't know exactly when it was when I saw you, and I'm like, well, where you been? What have you been doing? And he said, he got married and he had some kids.
Couple kids.
But so tell us about this, man.
So I had a little
What
cancer,
happened?
2 kids. Cancer was easy, but the kids are about to kill me. But yeah, so I had a little prostate cancer. And the good news is, Mike, I'm going to offer a free exam by the time of the end of the show for the finale.
I'm glad you're getting a kick out of this. He had a serious cancer problem.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck, he made his way through what he needed to make his way through, and he came out with a bestseller.
Well, I went to number 6 on Amazon. I don't know how the fuck that happened. But anyway, yeah, I sat there for about 1.5 years at night, and I'd be writing little notes and have a little night light on. And I tell my wife, "This is some funny shit. I'm writing a book." And she's like, "Okay, honey, sure you are. Yeah." And she's like, "Even if it's just going to be a memoir or a little diary, you'll have a little diary for yourself." I'm like, "No, I'm writing a real book." She's like, "You can't read a book, honey."
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Go to sleep.
Ebonics didn't work for Stevie, did
Yeah. So anyway, I got super lucky. I was actually asked to be on a talk show. And it was like motivational chat or motivating people. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I got this book. It's gonna be fucking killer,
Really?
man. Some funny shit." And this guy on the side behind the camera kept laughing his ass off. And at the end, he's like, "Hey, anybody shopping your book?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Who?" I go, "You are. Good luck. Let me know how that goes." He's like, "Well, I'm a publicist." He handed me his card and he sent it to a few publishers, and boom, it got published. And yeah, so it's crazy. So I got another one coming out soon, and
Well,
so I went to number 6 on Amazon, and it was just, basically my life story. I didn't want it to be like a bum out cancer book. So you read it, it's just like woven with the cancer shit.
Well, the thing about the book is he talks about his family, and the hillbilly family is just hilarious. He's talking about how his family deals with, "Oh, I'll get a shotgun and I'll just go get ourselves something to eat."
Who likes squirrel? Not squirrel again. The 3rd time this week.
Shit, I ain't seen one on the road. Where are you gonna get it?
No squirrels in our yard.
For some reason or other, you read the book, all of a sudden you get an accent from Kentucky. God dang, I tell you what.
Damn, let's watch some Dukes of Hazzards. No, but I grew up with a single mom, and I'd see my dad like once a year, and we'd go on high-speed car chases and all kinds of crazy hillbilly shit. And 3 sisters, and I was supposed to be the man of the house, except my sister Donna was the man of the house. And this lesbian sister Donna would kick my ass all the time. She was like the bully at school. And
So that's true. You
she
really
looked like
have
a
a
Butch
lesbian
Marshall
sister,
Brady.
or you were just kidding
she
around?
still kicks my ass. No. Yeah, she was at she came to the Comedy Store once and saw my act, and people were like, "Aren't you afraid that I'm afraid she's going to kick my ass. I think she's going to like the jokes." But she stood up and waved to the crowd, and I'm like, "Hey, Meryl Streep, set your ass down. It's not the Academy Awards. That's me. I used to kick his ass. I can still kick his ass."
Shit, man. And they're all still back in Kentucky?
Everybody's there, yeah.
So you're the only guy who just said, "You know what, let's go to Los Angeles."
I knew, like as a kid, as you probably knew, like, there's got to be
Wanted to
something
be in
else.
showbiz.
I want to be in showbiz. I'd watch TV and literally be like, "How in the hell are they doing?" I hear the radio and I'd think they're at this radio station singing the song. So I was just always captivated, like, what's going on? How do I get to where they're making that?
Yeah, isn't it strange that most entertainers, from the day you're able to impersonate somebody, you got your hairbrush in your hand, you're in the mirror, and you trying to impersonate somebody who's on television.
Mm-hmm.
I've always done that since I was a little kid. I'm like,
Mine was Cher. Who was Woo! I can turn back time. Woo! I don't really do Cher.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Don't do that again. I'm gonna do that tomorrow night.
No, I
It's
didn't.
my closing bit.
That's fucked up, man. I never did share. I mean,
Woo!
but actually, they were really famous when I was a kid because they were on. They had their own show, Sonny and Cher. So I did Sonny.
Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie. I always wanted to be Donnie and Marie.
It's funny, I posted this today and I was going to post who did it better. And it was me and Dorothy Hamill, who had the
That's
best haircut.
Dorothy Hamill?
Yeah. I didn't know if anybody would know who she
She's on
was.
Instagram too.
Who had the best haircut?
3 camera.
Boom!
Dorothy Hamill. They had the bowl haircut.
As if, having 3 sisters and a single mom,
Put it up to the 3rd camera.
not being able to play sports wouldn't get me beat up enough at school. My mom gave me a Dorothy Hamill haircut.
Do you remember the bowl haircut? They literally took what was the bowl called? They had parties. They snapped it
Tupperware.
up. Tupperware party.
My mom sold
They
Tupperware.
took a Tupperware
Mm-hmm.
and they put it on your head and cut it around. Oh, how my son, he looks great. No, it looked like an umbrella.
Yeah, my mom sold Tupperware, and I look forward to the parties because I'd be the only guy, and I'd be like, what's up, ladies? You want some Kool-Aid or something? You good? How's everybody?
Yeah.
Who needs a massage?
Kool-Aid.
They buy everything.
This guy mentions everything that makes you think about when you were a kid. Remember Kool-Aid?
My mom's like, you don't need sugar.
Yeah.
What are you, rich?
I definitely remember Kool-Aid because they had this big dude. He was inside the, what is it? A bowl.
Hey,
bucket,
Kool-Aid.
right? And he he was a pitcher.
Yeah.
And it was a red one and it was a purple one. And as soon as the kids yelled,
Scared the
man,
shit
I'm
out of
really...
you. Yeah. What's up, kids? Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
And he bashed through the door. Run, who is this
Feeling
fucking
shit.
Kool-Aid?
My mom's going to whip my ass. You spilled Kool-Aid all over the fucking place. Hey, Kool-Aid.
I hate to say this, but I don't know what Kool-Aid was, but he was a big dude ready to cause some. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's kind of
what
like
he said.
Macho Man Savage, wasn't
You're
it?
right.
Yeah. Macho Man. Oh, yeah.
Well, what's he doing these days?
He died.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, my son was him for Halloween. And like nobody knew who the fuck
I was
he
going to say, who knows who Macho Man is?
I know, my son's 11. He's like, I want to be Macho Man. I'm like, I barely remember Macho Man. He had a beard. Yeah, he was pretty badass.
Yeah, you remember that? He used to do the Slim Jims commercials.
I feel like I'm looking at Hannibal and Murdoch
right.
from the A-Team.
I feel like I'm looking at Hannibal and Murdoch
That's awesome.
on the A-Team.
That's
Which
awesome.
one am I? Get the hairbrush. Get the hairbrush.
It's in my back pocket. Did you have the comb in your back pocket?
Yeah,
Dude, you had some cool hair.
I
Seen
did.
Those videos.
I
What
had
was your
nice hair
jersey?
when
What
I
was
was
your
when I was in
jersey
my
house? Shore
teens,
house?
down in the beach house, the shore house.
The shore house.
That's right. I had long blonde hair, and I had the brush in my back pocket.
And you
that,
could dance.
That brush was called a Denman. Yeah, I had some
What
moves.
was your move?
Man. I had some moves. Now I got to move, and I got to fucking go see the doctor.
You got a smooth move. You ever drink smooth move? It makes you shit. So I got a story in my next book.
No, wait a minute. I got smooth move in the cabinet.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's a real thing.
Smooth move. It's tea.
So that's a true story.
when
So
you're
I was-
constipated.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up. So I was DJing down by the airport, and the manager was a friend of mine. He was a young dude, played guitar. And one night, these airline flight attendants came in, and one guy all of a sudden I started getting Heineken because I like Heineken. I was like, thanks, and I look out and this guy's like, hey, and I was like, hey, buddy, thanks for the beer. I look, have another Heineken. I go, I'm good on the Heinekens, and he hey, and he kept sending me Heineken, and he kept getting drunker and drunker. I'm like, how's this fucking guy getting so drunk? And he kept getting like Mai Tais. He kept having a whole table of umbrellas. Well, my buddy Sean, the manager, was sending him drinks, saying they're from me. So then he would send me a Heineken. So this guy got shit-faced, and I had a whole table full of Heinekens, and we hooked up, and we're still talking to each other sometimes. But so Sean, I go, you motherfucker, I'm gonna get you. So on Sean's night off, I knew he had a night off coming up, and he lived off Melrose by me. So I said, Sean, come by, man, let's hang out. I had a drum machine. We'd play around. He'd bring his guitar. I said, hey, man, I'll make you some good old Southern sweet tea. And I made him a triple dose of Smooth Move. And all he kept saying was, for like 2 weeks, he's like, man, this blonde's coming in from Florida, this flight attendant. You know, my cousin's hooking me up. She's coming out on my night off. I'm going to take her out for drinks. He had a little studio apartment off Melrose. You remember those little bachelor things with the Murphy bed?
Yeah, yeah.
So like he had one of those, the bungalows, they were made for like the studios or something.
The bungalow.
Yeah. So the Murphy bed would come out. And so I went to work that night. I knew Sean was off. I told everybody. I go, guys, Sean came over about 1 o'clock this afternoon. I gave him a triple dose of Smooth Move. As you know, one dose will fuck you up.
Well, yeah.
You take it before you go to bed.
It makes you shit.
Yeah. You take it before you go to bed. You wake up. It's like Dumb and Dumber where shit, you know, it's like a lion in
Yes,
your
it
stomach.
is like in Dumb and Dumber. Where you go
like
running.
T-Rex is about to come out. So I gave him a triple dose. He didn't know it. And I kept laughing as we're playing. He's like, what's up? I'm like, man, I'm this fucking, you know, just thought of a joke and I'd have to think of some dumbass joke. So I went to work. I told everybody. I go, it's about 8 hours. So should be having that lion in his stomach about now. And sure enough, he called about 10 o'clock. What the fuck did you do? He goes, man, you fucked up my date. She's never going to see me again.
What did he have to do? Where'd he go?
So he like shit his pants. So I tell that story in my book where he goes out to get like a 6-pack. He goes, I didn't even want to buy dinner. I didn't have any money. So we went out and had a couple drinks, brought a 6-pack back. He said, as soon as they sat down, he put on some music. The bed's, you know, he folds down the bed. They sit on the bed. And his stomach, he starts wiggling. He's like cold sweat on his head. He's like, excuse me. he goes to the bathroom, which is 3 feet away from her.
Oh.
And it's like, just like atomic bombs going off. And he's like, I'm sorry, turn up the music, turn up the music.
That's my favorite chant.
That's Is that Bon Jovi? Living on a prayer, turn that shit up. So he said he comes out, he's trying to crank up the windows, which haven't been open since 1942. They've been painted. He's like, he's cranking them, trying to get them to open. He said he sits down for about 6.5 minutes, and again,
man,
anyway,
those things.
She ran out the door.
You can only imagine just how embarrassing it is that you got to go to the bathroom.
That's Macho Man.
Oh yeah,
Step into a Slim Jim.
He did do the Slim Jim commercials.
Yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
Is it step into it or slap into it? Step into a Slim Jim.
I don't really remember. I just remember he did it and he got him at the 7-Eleven.
Step into a Slim Jim.
You can only imagine what it's like to be being out with a girl. You're trying to impress her, and all of a sudden your stomach says, "You know what? Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Not tonight." Stevie D's in the house.
You know,
I used to clown with my friends back in the Shore House days too when we were down
keep
on
your
the
hands
Jersey
over your
Shore.
drinks with me like this.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
said
that was a thing for a while when girls were afraid that they were going to get slip the
roofies.
Yeah, and they put their a napkin over the top of the drink.
I remember that. You said you got some smooth move here and you got a gig tonight? I'll be right back, Mike.
Yeah, look. And then I got the questions about the coronavirus bullshit. Yeah, man. A lot of shows are being canceled, Bert. Thanks for asking that question.
Crazy.
Sadly, of course, if the NBA audiences are being canceled and big events are being canceled and the rock concerts here in California like Coachella are being canceled, you can only imagine just how fast they're canceling comedy shows that might seat a couple hundred people.
Not us, baby.
Not all our comedy shows are canceled. I have one tonight at the Laugh Factory down in Long Beach, and tomorrow night, Stevie D and I are going to be doing the Ha Ha Comedy Club tomorrow night at 8:30. Mob Movie Con postponed. All right, so there you go. Now, one of the biggest events of the year that I was going to be entertaining at, which is Mob Movie Con.
Ooh, that just happened?
On April 19th, has been postponed. Postponing is a nice way to say,
see you next year. What are you going to do?
We ain't doing it.
Yeah, it's funny. People
But
are
that got
freaking out,
canceled.
dude. But this morning, as soon as I heard Tom Hanks had it, you know, my
Yeah.
twisted mind. So I did this little thing, which I'm going to hell for sure. It's a Corona bottle chasing Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run!
That's so wrong.
You're welcome to that. StevieDRocks.com, you can have it.
I have
Or
nothing to do
Instagram,
with it.
wherever it is.
I have nothing to do with it.
I'm going to hell. I had cancer. I can joke about that shit.
How long did you actually have cancer for? Like, how long was
I
the
had
period
cancer
of...
for a couple of years, Mike.
Right.
So
and how often?
first I went in. I said, something's going on. And so the doctor just did the thing.
Prostate exam.
Yeah. So I started calling him afterwards. I'd send him bottles of champagne. He wouldn't return my phone calls. But he said, no, you don't have an enlarged prostate. I didn't know anything about this PSA. PSA is your blood. You got to do blood work, right?
Right.
So he didn't do that because I was so young, never smoked, ate healthy, work out, never had prostate cancer in my family. So they just kind of brushed it off. And then 2 years later, I'm with a different insurance company. And just for a routine physical, they go, hey man, you got to go do some blood work, which I did. And it came back, my PSA levels were like through the roof. And I go, I went in for my prostate 2 years ago and asked them to check, but they didn't do the blood work. And they're like, oh yeah, that was cancer. So they let me walk around with cancer. And the symptoms kept getting worse and worse and worse. And
What are the symptoms?
peeing about 29 times a night. You start peeing a lot, start feeling like discomfort, like a dull ache down there. And I hadn't been to Tijuana lately, so I knew something was going on. But no, you go to the bathroom a lot. That's the main. Mike's like, how many times a lot? Mike's like,
You see how I'm sorry. Wait a minute now.
why are you sweating, Mike?
I peed like 3 times today. Is that a lot?
No, that's good. That's normal.
No, yeah.
That's normal.
No, I don't feel it's normal. And when I have to pee, it like comes out of nowhere. I can be talking to somebody, go, oh shit, I gotta go.
Dude, I was on Sepulveda. We were texting this morning, like 6 o'clock. It was still dark. And I look, there's a guy on the side of the road, just like, bro, you couldn't pick a tree or something? Like,
Yeah.
good morning, Free Willy.
Hey, I was coming home from Arizona and there was traffic. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So I pulled over and everybody saw me peeing. And I put it up on Instagram.
Is that New Jersey's bad boy?
He's peeing. Wonder where he got those pants.
Hey, look at his sausage.
Well, we're really happy that you beat the whole thing and now you're clean.
And I tried to get out of comedy. I was laying low. was being a good guy, writing my little
I mean,
books.
did you really want to be out of
Producing.
comedy completely?
I didn't know, but once you drift away a little bit, like I was pitching shows, try to hustle on the production side, wrote a book, and then I started doing, like a book tour. So I was still doing jokes on stage. It wasn't considered a stand-up act. And then you would always harass me and go, "Hey, I'm in town. Come see me at the Laugh."
Yeah.
And I hadn't stepped in a comedy club at all. Like I could never go and just sit back because then you want to be on stage.
Yes.
So what happened after I went and saw you?
You got addicted.
I called you the next day and go, "You motherfucker."
Yeah, I want to be in it.
Yeah.
So we started doing
I
stand-up
said, "You got
again.
me." Yeah.
Look at this one guy writing in. Enlarged prostate. And another guy writes in, "Hey Stevie, hi Mike."
What's up,
Oh, that's Stina Leakey. She comes to every show.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know
What's
if
up,
you're coming tomorrow night. Tomorrow,
on out.
Steenie.
It's going down.
But we can go for some cannoli. She brings me a cannoli every
yeah,
show.
I know who she is.
Bring us some cannolis, and Stevie will take you for a ride in his hot rod.
This one I did gay porn.
That's fucked up.
When I was starving, I did gay porn. No, really. Not really.
See, most people read an excerpt from the book. He shows a picture of him
This
holding
is
his
your
crotch.
copy. Why are those pages stuck together, Mike?
What happened to page 72? It's glued.
Remember the old marquee at the Laugh Factory?
Yeah, look
So
at
now
that.
it's fancy. Look at that. That was like they have to go out and change
Now
the
it's
letters.
electronic.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Who's on that? John Lovitz, Freddie Soto, Thea Vidal, Tony Rod. Stevie.
I haven't seen Thea Vidal in a long time. Freddie
Neither
Soto
have I.
passed away.
Yeah,
and I think
he's-
they have a documentary that's coming out
Regardless.
on his career. And
Regardless.
I'm really happy that I just turned to this page because I did want to talk about this beautiful lady right here. How lucky you got. What, that's Dane Cook and Joe Coy.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
You knew Bradley Cooper?
Well, I interviewed him. Tell me something, girl. I could have been. I'm fucking shallow. Where's my Oscar, bro? That should have been me.
Huh? Hold the book up. Can you see it?
Trans Am.
Where can we get this book, Stevie D?
You can get that book on Amazon, Mike. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, just go on Amazon.com, or if you got a Kindle, send me your Kindle. I sign it. You'll never get it back.
Folks, I don't know what a Kindle is, but if you would like to purchase Stevie D's book, you can go on Amazon and get it. How much is it?
Shit, I don't know. What do I get from it? Like $1? I don't give a shit. No.
This will
No,
save your
I think
life.
It's like, I don't know.
Because not
What's
only
a
is
book
it
cost?
very, very endearing, it's true to life, and it is funny as hell.
Thank you, Mike.
And you get to see all about his family from Kentucky. So when you go to watch him do stand-up after you read this book, you'll be like, oh my God, he wasn't kidding. His sister really did kick the shit out of him, and he does flip his hair like a girl.
What?
With his mullet.
Like a girl.
Like his mullet.
Like Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Ah.
Like all the 80s hair bands.
I don't think Bon Jovi flips his hair anymore, quite honestly. A lot of these guys got hair transplants. I don't have that kind of cash, otherwise I'd have a nice...
Matthew McConaughey's
Nice head of
hair is
hair.
better now than it was 15 years ago.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying.
see what happens when you make money? Big money.
Big money can buy nice hair.
So, can we say that Kindle for $4.99
Is it $4.99? And
was...
the paperback is $15.17? All right.
I guess you might as well go get a Kindle.
Get a Kindle.
I don't know what that is, but...
It's an electronic device, Mike.
Where'd you get this Trans Am that you have in your garage that we all wish we had?
Well, this is my last one. This was a 79. This is when I met my beautiful wife, Katie, 20 years ago at the Comedy Store. I was driving a Silver, and I said, you ever been in a Kentucky Porsche, baby? I want you to be the queen of my double wide. So I took her down the Sunset Strip. The first ride, I used to park behind Pink Dot. Remember Pink Dot?
Yes! Pink Dot,
I
is
did
it
like
gone?
a donut in the parking
Did
lot.
Pink Dot go out of business?
I don't know, but I used to park there next to the Comedy Store. The Pink Dot is on Sunset Strip. And I would pull up the drive that goes up above Sunset. There's a light. Then I'd flip a U-turn and come down. I peeled out. The T-tops were off. I thought it was cool. I was kicked back. Had some Night Ranger on the A-track. And I pulled next to this cop standing on the corner. And he just looks at me and shakes his head like, fucking guy. Like, what's wrong with this guy? She's like, why is he looking at you? And I was like, I don't know. I looked. I didn't have my lights on. So I'm like, shit, I was about to do a U-turn. I'm like, I'm just going to keep going over here. And I came out by the Ha-Ha or somewhere. I don't know where the fuck I came out. As you go through the hills, I'm like, I don't know where.
Yeah,
I didn't
I know
have
that
Waze
drive.
at the time. I'd still get lost if I didn't have Waze. But yeah, so
we
now,
didn't even have
now
that.
I've got a 78, and my license plate actually say Kentucky Porsche. It's a 78 beautiful blue, midnight blue.
Nice.
Badass. So
Maybe one of these days we're going to do a nice little video.
let's do
Two
it.
of us riding around in the Trans Am, just showing us, going around town, showing up at the Ha Ha Comedy Club like we're going to do tomorrow night. So, folks, listen. I know there's everybody's scared out there because of the virus, and yeah, it is kind of scary, and maybe most people should stay home. But we're doing a show tomorrow night no matter what. So, March 13th, Friday night, Friday the 13th.
13th, baby.
What? We're out of our fucking minds that we're going to be doing this shit.
No, it's
But,
gonna be fun. I don't care if there's 15 people in the audience, 150
We're
people.
doing the show no
It's gonna
matter
be a
what.
funny fucking show.
He gives away free stuff.
Free
Usually
shit.
belongs to me. He finds it and he throws it and gives it to the
I'll
audience.
sign one of these. May decrease the value, but I'll sign one for you.
He gave one to Stina because she's saying right now she has your book.
Oh yeah, right on.
So we got a fan writing to the show right now, and her name is Stina Leakey, and she comes to all the shows, especially at the Ha Ha. Drives from Palm Springs.
Stina wants to ride in it. Does she come with her sister?
She comes with her sister.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, those are my girls.
And they come
They
all
always
the
take
way.
their tops off. Stina, keep your top on, please. Tomorrow night.
That's a guy named Jack who takes his top off. He owns the place.
We're all taking our top off tomorrow night.
He's gonna take the top off his car. That's about
T-tops,
it.
the T-tops will be off.
Yeah, the T-tops. But so we're doing the show tomorrow night, Friday the 13th at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. Folks, if you're in the North Hollywood area, Studio City, Sherman Oaks, Ventura
Uber.
Boulevard,
Can you stay Uber with the
you
Corona
can
going
take
on?
an Uber,
Uber, that's
you
how
can
my
take a
says Uber.
Lyft,
Lyft.
and you come down and see the show. Now, you got two really cool kids. I
Thank
see you put your kids on the internet, and you posted one boy's playing baseball. Your
Football.
son is playing ball all the time. He looks dynamite. He's a real chip off the old block. Looks just like you. So does your daughter.
Thank you.
And your daughter's got a little height to
A
her because
beautiful wife.
his wife is so tall and so gorgeous, you would think he had money. I don't know what he had. Couldn't have been
As
the
I
car.
told my mother-in-law in my wedding speech 15 years ago, I have earning potential. She's like, wow, we paid for private schools for this. And her dad was a judge. I pull up in the Trans Am with a 3-pack. It was a 6-pack when I started. By the time I got to the house.
Your father-in-law's a judge?
He was, yeah.
Holy
He passed
shit.
away.
How the hell did you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into that family?
Woo! He's like, oh, you're marrying my daughter. He's like, well, you're going to wake up with a couple kilos in the trunk. We won't see you
Where
again.
is she from? Your
She's
wife?
from the Valley.
She's the California
Yeah,
girl?
she's a Valley girl.
That's wild. And she was a model, right?
Nah, she just looks like a model.
She certainly does. What's
Yeah,
your wife
she's
do?
pretty. She's a mama. Super mama. Supermodel mama.
Yes, and if you want to get in shape part-time while he's not doing stand-up comedy, he teaches you how to go to the gym. I think it just hurt my shoulder. Look, you rock
Good
champs. Oh, it's Candice Michelle.
Hey, Candace, yeah, she just ran the marathon.
No shit.
Right on, champ. Yeah, they're still jacked up.
And then goes my cousin, Gabriel Barato, and he goes, when are you going to play my rap song? Tomorrow. I said, Fan Friday, Gabriel, tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the show right now and you're having a good time, we do a thing called Fan Friday. And on Fan Friday, if somebody took a picture with me or something funny about me and them, we put it up on the internet, says, hello, Fan Friday, and tomorrow's going to be my cousin Gabriel, and he did a rap song about my career as
Oh, yeah?
a comedian.
Let's
yeah,
hear it.
it's really cool. Well, we don't have
Tomorrow
it right
night,
now, but
okay.
we're going to put it on the internet tomorrow. We're supposed to be doing Throwback Thursday right now, but this Throwback Thursday is throwback to Stevie D because he is a throwback. He's still going like this.
People are like, well, mullets are coming back. I'm like, did they go somewhere?
Right, and
I like
Candice
Journey's new
Michelle.
singer, the Filipino guy. Don't stop believing.
Somebody with rice.
What's up,
right
Candice
there.
Michelle? WWE champ, Candice Michelle.
Candice
Or
Michelle
homie.
is
She's
a
awesome.
real
Talking about kick your ass.
WWW
WWE.
something.
Champ, yeah.
Is Dina Renon. She's actually in Ottawa, Canada. Incredible model and an actress. So we'll do a nice quick shout out. Is that Petrelli? Our
Where?
friend?
JP? Where?
No, it's not. It's another Petrelli. Well, hey, Mike
Hey.
Petrelli, how you doing? We were thinking you were John
Mike
Petrelli,
Petrelli.
who was
Shout
a
out to John
comedian. Now he's a hunter.
And he's on the road with Sebastian.
He trains Sebastian
Sebastian.
Maniscalco.
He's like
He's his
security.
bodybuilder.
He goes to this venue, makes everything is okay, everything's all right.
Well, there's one thing I know. John Petrelli is not the head of security.
Well,
He's the sweetest,
Yeah,
nicest
yeah.
guy. We're like, do you mind if we go in? Sure.
But he's like a black belt. He can fuck
Is
you
he
up.
really?
Yeah, but he's too nice. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
he did. Oh, you did,
I
yeah.
used to train with him too. back in the day.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that something? He always told me, always have nutrition bars in your glove compartment, Mike,
yeah.
because
could be a coronavirus someday.
You might need it. Always eat the fruits and vegetables, then eat the meat.
Make
Because
healthy
by that
choices.
time, it's the way to
Yeah.
it. By that time, you'll be full and you won't want the steak. I'm like, John, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
I'm eating the pizza.
Drink a bottle of this.
Yeah.
Then if
He
there's
was
room
such a
left over,
cool
I'll have
dude,
the
man.
protein bar.
I remember when his mother used to send meatballs and macaroni in plastic bags, frozen. Hey, you guys hungry?
Sends enough for 900 people.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Sebastian posted a video. She sent him some. He's like backstage, and he has like 200 pounds of sausage.
Sausage. That's
Sausage.
Chicago. But John's accent was from Radchester.
Radchester?
I can't
Is
even
that
do
by
that
Utica?
justice. Yes.
Because one time I had a Utica, Kentucky t-shirt on. He goes, Utica. Hey, where'd you get a Utica shirt? I'm like,
Yeah.
Kentucky. Where the hell do you think I got it?
Oh, look at this guy. I went to vote, but I didn't see your name on the ballot.
Oh,
It's a secret voting.
It's a write-in.
You got to know somebody. Yeah, it's
Right to San Quentin.
it's a write-in. They got
Don't worry,
pads.
don't worry about nothing.
Tomorrow you got to fill out the census, so fill that out. And there's Anita Morales, there's Dina. Look at all these great people writing
What's
into
up,
the show.
people?
Barbara Toro, Richard Hoynes, Wanda, everybody.
Can we stream the show live tomorrow night?
We could stream the show live. Oh,
Then we can mute you.
the
'cause you don't want
performance.
you don't want to give your material away.
Tomorrow,
I don't give a shit.
I didn't know
I'm
what
just
the
going to be
fuck-
doing a hair flip for 15 minutes. I don't give a shit.
See, I used to do the hair flip. He got it from me.
I stole it from Marino.
But in the 80s, something happened and I couldn't do the flip no more. It had something to do with the neck.
Do you ever post the Shore House videos of you dancing with the mullet?
Well, I didn't
Dude,
have a mullet.
You had kind of
No,
like a
no,
feather.
I had a DA.
What's a DA?
Duck's ass.
A duck's ass.
You don't know DA?
Mm-mm.
Oh, how come I know mullet? I'm not from Kentucky.
I don't know what DA is.
They had mullets in New Jersey. We got like a Kentucky
I was born with a
area.
mullet. I didn't get a mullet. I got a blow dryer when I was 1 year old at my birthday party.
I think in the 80s, all the Jersey kids had the DA, which means you pushed your hair in the back to the center and it looked like the ass of a duck.
I thought that was a
Duck's ass would
50s
go like
thing.
this. It's not 50. It would always, it's never going to stop.
should
I'm
we go
still
like this?
trying to do it.
I'm still. So you just
You come into the
gel it or
middle.
something? How do you get it to go like that?
Yeah, you spray the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
vinyl net.
Aquanet. Is it
Aquanet.
Final Net or Aquanet?
Oh, Aqua, I think, was the plastic, and Final was the can, right?
I don't know. You got me on that one, man.
There's a hole in the ozone layer directly over my house when I was a kid. My mom with the bouffant hair.
I remember the 80s down on the Jersey Shore. Girls would take their hair and flip it over their head, spray the
that
fuck
way.
up out of it, bang it up like
That's
that.
crazy.
And it was up at least a foot.
Did they have the awning? The bangs went like this, the
Oh,
awning?
it was so
You could
sexy.
stand under and not get wet in the rain.
That's right. You never knew what color are your eyes.
Your eyes.
You can't see them. They're under the umbrella hair. You know what? One of these days, pretty soon, we're going to be posting a lot of Shore House videos of the life and times with me and my friends down on the Jersey Shore. Wait till you see this, folks. It's going to be a big, big surprise. Going to shock the world. And the one video that you're talking about, me, my brothers, and my friends dancing,
So
that was
great.
1987 at one of the hottest dance clubs on the Jersey Shore. It no longer exists down there, but it's a great memory and it's a lot of fun. When we didn't have a cell phone, you didn't have Instagram, you didn't have Facebook, you didn't have checking in, you just went out. And when you asked the
Stayed
girl
out.
for her phone number, she wrote it down on a piece of paper, and you had a hope that when you made that phone call, she didn't lie.
And she remembered you.
Yeah.
And you remembered who the hell.
Which one are
Who is
you?
this? Yeah. We had kind of parallel lives, Mike, because I was in Panama City Beach, which
But
is
it's
called
right.
the Redneck Riviera, and I DJ'd at a big club down there called Spinnaker, and I hosted all the spring break stuff, all the bikini contests.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing the same thing, down in the Redneck Riviera as you were doing at the Shore House. I was doing your same moves.
I'm sure you have better than
Spring
most.
love,
I've watched your
like
yeah,
to-
Spring Love.
The
That's
jam.
fucked up. Yeah, I love those songs.
Silent
man.
Morning.
Yeah. And, oh shit, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
Silent morning.
Meeting in the ladies' room. Yes.
You could be in my.
Yeah.
You could be in the documentary.
Let's do it.
You see that? You don't have to
Just
be from
Photoshop me
New
in
Jersey
there.
to understand the good old days. He's from Kentucky. He gets the whole
I
thing.
get it, bro.
Well, listen, we got to get going. Let's go ahead and plug our show one more time. Stevie D,
Comedy
Mike
Club
Marino,
tomorrow night.
and his so-called friends. Tomorrow night, March 13th, Friday the 13th, Coronavirus or no coronavirus, we are doing the show.
We got Fraser Smith.
Right, let's say who's in the show.
Right.
Fraser Smith is coming down.
Fraser Smith, KLOS.
Who's on KLOS. He's a great radio personality, great guy, very, very funny. He's on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the show. Of course, my friend Stevie D.
Antoinette
Perugine. Making a big comeback.
Bruce Fine, who's from
Bruce
the
Fine,
Tonight
who's been
Show
doing
and
stand-up
all
for
kinds-
years and years and years.
Funny dude. And Mario. Mario couldn't make it.
Well, Mario can't make it because he's in New York and he's afraid to get on a plane because of the virus.
Mm-hmm, we ain't afraid. And maybe a possible special guest. Boom.
There might be a surprise guest. We might even be surprised. Right now, I'm watching a friend of mine right into the show, Richard Girafo. Rich, if you're watching right now, you probably just heard that I said we're talking about the Jersey Shore in the 80s. That's Rookie Rich.
Rookie
And
Rich?
I'm going to get you, pal. I videotape you.
Ah.
Remember, I know what went on
J-Peasy.
in the
Oh,
basement.
my wife is watching.
Right? Cool.
So Petrelli is J-Peasy. We call him J-Peasy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Petrelli.
Katie. Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, J-Peasy.
There's my friend
Someone
Laura
said
in New
Aquanet.
Jersey. Aquanet, the big hair
the
can.
jam, that's right.
And there's Gary Pestori. So he's watching the show tonight too, which is really, really great because these people are all on the East Coast. However, Rich Girafo, who is one of the original Shore House crew, I'm going to get you, Rich. I'm coming for you. Rookie Rich is in Northern California. A lot of Canadians writing into the show right now, but we do got to get going. Folks, all you got to do to continue watching my show live from my mother's basement and around the world, stay here live on Instagram, right here. Here on Facebook. You can watch it whenever I tape it. On Instagram, whenever I tape it. It's also going to be on
organized,
iTunes,
Mike.
Google. I try to be organized. Spotify. I have a producer, Tatiana Bluchel, who's
Tatiana
really
in the house.
responsible of all of this. She sits over there. She makes sure everything. Look, she's getting all these thumbs up.
So
Look,
quiet.
they're coming in lightning speed. She should come on the show. She'll come on the show, and I'll leave the show. She'll take over. She speaks like 10 languages. We're on Italian American Radio, DDV Radio, iTunes, Google, Spotify. You can watch us. You can listen to us. You can have some fun with us. But more importantly, you can come and watch us live when we're on stage somewhere around the world. And to figure out when that's going to happen, go to MikeMarino.net and ask on the website, where am I going to be? And when am I coming into your neighborhood? And right now, since a lot of shows are coming and going and being canceled, you might want to keep on looking at that. And of course, you can find out when my shows are on this. I also sell swag. Now, you sell some stuff too, right?
We got some swag. Yeah, we got the wife beaters from Rockstars of Comedy. Stevie D hats.
He sells Stevie D
We got
hats.
mullet wigs. No, we don't.
He sells his book, which is
Oh,
a
yeah, the
great
book,
read.
yeah.
And you could also buy what he called a
sells-
wife beater.
Ride in the Trans Ams. Sunset Strip, $200. No.
It's $5. You get to go around the corner.
$200 to go.
If you
about
come
4
back,
blocks.
you go around again for $2.
Bring your own 8-tracks.
Yeah.
I'm at Stevie D
man.
Rocks on Instagram and
Yes, show us. Give us your.
so Stevie D Rocks on Instagram and StevieDRocks.com. I think that's it.
That's right. Right. And if you want to pick up some Mike Marino swag, don't forget. In a couple of weeks, I would say, you're going to be able to get these beautiful hoodies that say Mike Marino on the back. It also says Make America Italian Again on the back. Comes with the matching panties.
I can't
that
wait
says-
to try those.
Stevie has a couple of pairs of these panties. I had to give him 2. The first pair didn't fit. It was a little tight around the crotch.
Woo!
Yeah. So right now they say get the bat on the
Kentucky
back.
Stallion.
Right there. Yeah. Says get the bat on the ass. If you stretch it, it says what? It's something stallion. Yeah. And it comes in shirts and all kinds of great shit just like this. So go to MikeMarino.net. We got to get ready going. We got to get ready to get going because we got to go down
tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's got to tune up the blow dryer. Remember, folks, let's make America Italian again. You don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. Come on, everybody who's watching the show, say it with me. He's going to say it with me too. What do I say?
Make America Italian again?
No.
What? What do you say?
That means you don't watch my show, man.
What do you say?
Fucking watch my show.
Come on.
Fucking
I
asshole.
go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I go to bed at 9 o'clock too with Johnny Sanchez.
I do all your jokes. How about that?
Don't take no shit from nobody.
That's
Ready?
it. Ready?
Don't take no shit from nobody. All right, good night, everybody.
All right.
Hey, folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.